The Muktesar Man-Eater, a jungle thriller. The forest of Muktesar was alive with whispers. Shadows stretched like claws over the hills, and the villagers spoke in hushed tones of a tigress that prowled under the veil of night, taking lives with silent precision. 24 souls had vanished, leaving a trail of terror that even the bravest feared to follow. Jim Corbett stepped into the village at dawn, his boots sinking into the damp earth. He was calm, his gaze sharp, reading fear in the villagers' eyes and danger in the silent forest beyond. This was no ordinary hunt. This tigress was cunning, wounded, and deadly, a predator driven not by malice, but by pain and hunger. The first clue came at the sight of her latest kill. Corbett knelt, studying the tracks, the torn grass, the signs of struggle. Porcupine quills embedded in her paw, a scarred eye staring back at the world. The tigress had been wounded in battle with the wild. Her body ached, her pride hurt, and survival had forced her to do the unthinkable, turn to humans for food. Night fell, and the forest transformed. Every rustle of leaves, every snapping twig became a signal of danger. Corbett moved silently, his rifle ready, his senses alive. The jungle was no longer just trees and shadows. It was a living trap, hiding a predator whose eyes gleamed like molten gold in the moonlight. Suddenly, a faint cry echoed through the forest. Corbett froze. Ahead, a small figure stumbled among the bushes. Putli, an 8-year-old girl, completely unaware of the tiger's path. Heart pounding, he dashed forward, scooping her up and whispering urgently, "You must stay close to me." Every step was tense, every shadow seemed to hold death. They reached the village safely, but Corbett knew the hunt could not wait. Days passed, filled with stalking, observation, and moments where the jungle seemed to hold its breath. Finally, Corbett arrived at the killing ground one silent night. He crouched low, every nerve taut. The air was heavy, carrying the scent of wet earth and the faint musk of a tiger. And then he saw her, the injured tigress, moving with deadly grace, eyes fixed, muscles coiled like springs. Time slowed. The wind whispered. Corbett's finger tightened on the trigger. He remembered every lesson, every careful step. A single shot shattered the stillness. The tigress collapsed, her reign of terror ended. The hills of Muktesar exhaled, safe once more. Corbett stood over her, a mix of relief and sorrow in his chest. She had been a victim of circumstance, a fierce and noble creature forced into darkness by pain. The hunt was over, but the story lingered. The jungle is beautiful, terrifying, and unforgiving, and every creature, human or beast, has its